signifies what? Civic achievements. Okay, civic accomplishments. Okay, and if someone is crowned from the leaves of the bay tree or the laurel tree, this signifies what? His poetic achievements or accomplishments. So the speaker actually in this stanza, he criticizes those men who work hard actually, who work hard to win a crown for their military, civic, or poetic achievements. A crown that is taken from what? From a single herb or tree. A crown that is taken from a single herb or tree. How vainly men themselves amaze. Okay, how futile. Okay, he talks about the futility. The speaker describes the futility actually of the work of these men who work incessantly who work continuously to win a crown. Okay, that is taken from the palm tree or the oak tree or the bay tree for their طبعا military accomplishments, for their civic accomplishments, or for their طبعا poetic accomplishments. So, and their incessant labors see. Okay, I think we said last time that incessant means unceasing, right? Right or wrong? Right or wrong يا نعمي؟ هل صوتي واضح عند الجميع؟
واضح صوتك يا دكتور.
ايه
تمام
واضح.
تمام. I remember last time we said that incessant means what? Unceasing, right? Unceasing means continuous, right? Means continuous. So, and their incessant labors, their continuous work, their continuous hard work, their continuous labor, right? See, crowned from some single herb or tree. These people try to win crowns taken from the palm tree, from the oak tree, from the bay tree. But this is something inferior. Okay, people spend actually their life working hard, trying to win something that seems to be what? Inferior to what? Inferior to the beauty of nature. Inferior to the beauty of nature. Okay, so they try to win what? A crown that is taken from the leaves of what? A single herb or tree. From you see, single herb or tree. But actually, the trees collectively are what? Collectively are more beautiful. Collectively, okay, are more beautiful. Okay, so and their incessant, actually, their unceasing work, their unceasing hard work, their continuous hard work, okay, is only to win a crown that is taken a single from a single tree, whose short and narrow verged shade, whose short and narrow verged shade. Okay, so now the speaker rebukes, he criticizes, he rebukes actually. Okay, those men who try to win what? A crown that is what? Narrow, that has narrow verged shade, that has narrow verged shade. Okay, now you know the meaning of narrow verged shade, right? What is the meaning of narrow verged shade? Any idea? When we say narrow verged shade.
Not splitting, Doctor.
Yes, Al Isa.
Not splitting.
Not spreading. Yes, it's confined. Okay, if you cut to make a crown, you cut leaves from trees and you confine these trees actually, you confine these trees actually together. So the leaves actually of the that are used to make a crown are not spreading, so they have narrow shade, right? They have narrow shade now, which seems to be inferior to the spreading shade in what of the trees in nature, right? You see the point? So the speaker rebukes, okay, those men who work hard, trying to win a crown that has narrow verged shade, that has narrow verged shade. So the crown that these men are trying to win is inferior to the tree. Why? Because the shade of the crown is what is very narrow, okay, compared طبعا to the spreading shade of the tree in nature. Okay. Yes, okay, crowned from some single herb or tree whose short and narrow shade does prudently, does wisely. Their toys upbraid. Okay, upbraiding, it means rebuking, right? Rebuking, okay, criticizing. Okay, while all flowers, okay, while all flowers and all trees, while all flowers and all trees do close to weave the garlands of what? Of repose. Now he compares the crown, okay, to what? To the garlands of the trees in nature. The trees in nature can be seen all together as what? As a garland of what? Of leaves, okay, as a garland of leaves where people can sit and relax, where people can sit actually and relax under their under that spreading shade, under that spreading shade. Yes. Okay. Any questions, students? If you have any questions with regard to the first stanza.
The last thing, Doctor, he compares the crown to what?
The speaker compares the crown. Keep in mind that the speaker has just talked about the narrow verge shade of the crown, right? The speaker compared actually the narrow verge shade of the crown to the spreading shade of the tree. So the trees in nature can work together, can be seen all together as a garland of repose, as what? A crown where people can sit طبعا underneath the spreading shade of that crown. You see the point of that garland, if you want to say, because garland means what? Garland, as we have just mentioned last time, means what? Means a crown of that is made of flowers and leaves. You see the point? You see the point? So the trees actually in nature, the living trees in nature can be seen as what? As a crown, okay, that has what? That has a spreading shade. It's a place for tranquility. It's a place for relaxation, where people can sit طبعا underneath the trees, okay, in and the spreading shade of the trees. Yes, of that big crown, if you want to say, or garland. Yes. Any questions with regard to the first stanza, students? If you have any questions. هل صوتي واضح عند الجميع؟
واضح يا دكتور.
واضح يا
تمام.
دكتور.
واضح جدا.
Okay. Let us continue. Let us read the second stanza here. The second stanza. Rayyan Shihri.
Yes. Very quiet. Have I found thee here? and innocence thy sister dear. Mistaken long, I sought you then, in busy campaigns of men. Your sacred plants, if here below, only among the plants will grow. Society is but road to this delicious saluted.
Okay, fair quiet. I found thee here, and innocence thy sister dear. What does that mean? Any idea? يعني يعني يا الشهري. اوكي، يعني يا الشهري، زي ما يكون عندنا دوام بالكليه وتفقد صاحبك النعمي، ما تلاقيهوش بالكليه، تدور عليه بالكليه كامله، تدور عليه بالكليه كامله وما تلاقيهوش، ترن عليه ما يردش، فجاه وانت مروح تلاقي النعمي جالس في البر وقاعد بيستمتع في الاجواء هناك، وقاعد يتناول النعيمي، وتيجي تقول له انت هو انت موجود هون يا النعمي وانا بدور عليك من الصباح. You see the point?
Yes.
Okay. Fair quiet. Talking about quietness actually. Fair quiet, have I found thee here? Here actually is reference to what? Here.
Garden.
In the garden. And keep in mind that the speaker actually, where is the speaker now?
In the garden.
In the garden, right? Okay, in the garden. The speaker actually is in the garden, enjoying the beauty of what? Of nature, enjoying the beauty of nature. So fair quiet, have I found thee here, and innocence thy sister dear. Okay, so he addresses, he speaks to quietness, and innocence as two sisters that can only be found in the garden. He speaks actually, he talks about the quietness. The speaker talks about quietness and innocence as two sisters that can only be found in the garden, right? That can only be in the garden. So quietness and innocence can only be experienced in the garden. Quietness and innocence can only be experienced in the garden. You see the point? Okay, so very quiet have I found thee here, and innocence thy sister dear. Mistaken long. I was wrong for a long time. I was wrong for a long time. I was wrong for a long time. Mistaken long. I sought you then. I was seeking, actually. I was seeking you. I was looking for you. I was searching for you. Mistaken long. I sought you then in busy companies of what? Of men. I was wrong, actually, for a long time to search for you, to look actually for you among what? Among the busy companies of men, to search for you among men in the city. You see the point? Mistaken long, I sought you then in busy companies of men. You see, your sacred plants. Keep in mind that the speaker views the garden. The speaker views the garden as a sacred place, right? The speaker views the garden as a sacred place. Your sacred plants, if here below, only among what? Only among the plants will grow. So the sacred plants, okay, the sacred plants actually of the garden can never be seen among the busy companies of men, among the busy companies of men. The sacred plants can only grow in the garden. The sacred plants can only grow in a sacred in a sacred place like the garden. So, in mistaken long, I sought you then in busy companies of men. Your sacred plants, if here below, only among the plants will grow. So the sacred plants can only grow actually where? in the garden, not in the city, not among the busy companies of men. You see the point? Not in places crowded with people, not in places crowded with people, but they only grow in a solitary place, in a beautiful place like what? In a sacred place like the garden. Okay. Society is all but rude, barbarous, brutal. Society is all but rude. It's only merely actually, it's only what? It's only barbarous to compared to this delicious solitude. What is the meaning of solitude, students?
Loneliness or isolated.
Yes, exactly. Okay, society is all but rude. He talks about the busy companies of men, right? He talks about the busy companies of men. He talks about the company of humans, right? So humans actually, in other words, humans are all but what? Humans are all but barbarous. They are rude. Compared to the solitude, to the isolation that someone may experience in the garden. Because being alone gives you what? Gives you more time to contemplate about the beauty of what? About the beauty of nature. About the beauty of nature. You see the point? Being alone in the garden, being alone in the garden gives you what? Gives you the chance to contemplate actually about the beauty of the garden. So society is all but rude to this delicious solitude. So the speaker, in other words, the speaker prefers to be alone in the garden than to be with the busy companies of men, than to be with human beings in the city. Yes. Any questions, students, so far? If you have any questions, anything that is not clear. Al-Hbil, any questions, Al-Hbil?
No, thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Okay, Al-Hbil, could you please read for us the third stanza?
Okay. No white nor red was ever seen, so amorous as this lovely green. Fond lovers, cruel as their flame, cut in these trees their mistress' name. Little, alas, they know or hate how far these beauties here exceed. Fair trees whereas ere your barks I want, no name shall but your own be found.
Okay, yes, thank you so much. So no white nor red was ever seen. And I remember we talked about these colors last time, right? Right or wrong?
Yes, right.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Yes. What did we say about these two colors, white and red? If you remember.
Colors of
I
love.
think and love.
Yes, these are colors. Okay, these are colors that are used to describe, to depict the beauty of, to depict what? The beauty
Love.
of women. Yes, the beauty of women actually in طبعا in in love poetry. In love poetry, okay, these colors اللي هم white and red are used to describe the beauty of women, okay, in love poetry. So no white nor red was ever seen. No white or red. So he compares the white and red colors to the green color. He compares the white and red colors that طبعا that that lovers use to depict or to describe the beauty of their ladies, of their sweethearts, okay, of women, okay, to the beauty of the green color. So no white nor red was ever seen, so amorous, so lovely, so beautiful as this lovely green. So the white and red colors are less beautiful than the green color, okay, than the green color of the garden, okay. The white and red colors, okay, that طبعا, as we have just said, okay, lovers used to depict or to describe the beauty of their sweethearts are what are less beautiful, okay, they are inferior to the green color, okay. So no white no red was ever seen, so amorous, so lovely, so beautiful as this lovely green. Fond foolish. Fond means foolish here. Fond lovers cruel as their flame, cruel as their love, yani cruel as their love, as their passions. Okay, fond lovers cruel as their flame, cut in these trees their mistress name. So the speaker actually criticizes the cruelty of lovers. The speaker criticizes the cruelty of lovers who try to express their love to their ladies through cutting their names on the barks of trees. Fond lovers cruel as their flame, cut in these trees their mistress name. The speaker criticizes the cruelty of lovers who try to express, to show their love to their sweethearts, to their ladies through what? To their women through what? Through cutting their names on the barks of trees. Little alas they know or heed. They are careless. These lovers are careless actually. They do not know. Little alas. Okay, this is an expression of regret here. This is an expression of regret. Little alas they know or heed how far their beauty's hairs exceed. These lovers do not know that the beauty of the tree, that the tree, let's say, is far beautiful, is far more beautiful than the beauty of their ladies. So little alas they know or heed. It seems that these lovers are ignorant. They do not know that the tree is more beautiful actually than their sweethearts, yes. Little alas they know or heed how far, you see how far their beauties, the beauties طبعا of trees, hers exceed. Fair trees, wheresoe'er your barks I wound, no name shall but your own be found. Remember, the speaker referred to the garden as a sacred place, a place that should never be what? Should never be what? Touched, right? It should never be touched, right? It's a place that should remain sacred. It's a place that should remain sacred. So in fair trees wheresoe'er your barks I wound, no name shall but your name, your own, be what? Be found. So now the speaker addresses what? The beautiful trees in nature. If I dare, the speaker says, if I dare, if I have the courage, if I get the courage to write a name on your bark, I shall never write any other name but yours. The speaker says, if I dare, if I get the courage, if I have the courage to write a name on your bark, I shall never write a name but but yours. The name of a tree يعني. Yes. Any questions, students? If you have any questions, anything you want to say with regard to this stanza, if you have anything to say. احيانا بيطلع عند اسمي ترى احمر، ما بعرف اذا الصوت بيضل شغال.
لا الحين شغال.
شكرا
ايش قطع
للصوت
قبل
يا-
شوي؟ نعم.
شوي قطع.
لا
لا ما قطع يا دكتور، واضح.
تمام.
كأنه
أوكي،
قطع
تمام.
شوي، كأنه مش أكيد.
عند البعض قطع.
اذا قطع عند البعض بيكون مش من عندي ترى. اذا قطع عند البعض بيكون مش من عندي، بيكون هو طبعا المشكله عاده مش بالنت، هو المشكله في البلاك بورد ترى. انا حتى لو عندك نت قوي احيانا البلاك بورد بصير مشكله، لكن بشكل عام جيد، بشكل عام جيد. Yes. Any questions with regard to the third stanza, students? If you have any questions with regard to the third stanza. Everything is clear so far.
Yes.
ان شاء الله.
Okay.
Yes.
Al-Abbad, could you please read for us the fourth stanza here?
Yes, of course, I will. When we have run our